Chapter 2 of Job. Again there was a day when the sons of the deity, Elohim, came to present themselves before Yahweh. And Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And the Lord Jehovah said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh, and answered the Lord Jehovah, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Jehovah said to Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Jehovah and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord Jehovah said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord Jehovah, and smote Job with sore boils, from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse Elohim and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of Elohim, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite, for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him, and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off, and knew him not, they lifted up their voice, and wept. And they rent every one his mantle, and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights. And none spoke a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. That concludes Job chapter 2. Thank you for viewing. What can you say? I don't know about you, but it makes me wonder about what men understood about God, and what part God played in all this, because he sees over time, through time, past time. So he knew what the eventual end of Job was, but he allowed the Satan to do things to Job that just weren't right for righteous people, were they? As one figures, when they go down to the pit, whether they were righteous or unrighteous, they're still in the pit. And there's the skin worms are starting in on their body, and they're dead. So the dead praise not the Lord, it says in another place in the book. I wish to tell you that God's bigger than that, and He's beyond description, unfathomable, I think is the best word I know. Beyond what you can comprehend or think or ask. And that can mean a fearful lot of things. A fearful lot. Awesome, magnificent, but also fearful. Because we're supposed to fear the Lord, right? So we have to be presented with fearful concepts to see the Lord through them, in them, and with, not in them in construction as much as in them in presence, to be Himself, to be herself, to be what you believe El Shaddai, the provider, the eternal. Whatever you believe on that part is on you. I hope you believe rightly. I hope He thinks we believe rightly. Don't you know? Well, till the next time, may God bless you, keep you, make His light shine upon you, and show you His face.